So in today's video, I would love to be going through some brand new free VST plugins with you guys, some limited time deals, but instead we're going to have to talk about the crazy YouTube policies and what the deal is with them. So you might have seen that my video got taken down roughly about 10 minutes after the premiere, which was a shame really because I thought the premiere went really well. The chat was really active. I gave something away in the chat premiere. So when I tried to refresh the screen, I was greeted with this here. Hi Dixon Beats, our team have reviewed your content and unfortunately we think it violates our harmful and dangerous policy. We've removed the following content. So how your content violated the policy. Content that shows viewers how to gain unauthorized free access to audio content, audio-visual content for video games, software or streaming services that normally require payment is not allowed. So what I got from that is that they thought I was teaching you guys how to acquire things illegally. Anybody that watches any of my videos knows that does not happen here. So I appealed straight away because I thought it was going to be some kind of mad glitch or maybe some kind of automated bot had made like an oopsie. So whilst waiting, I thought I'd jump on a chat with them. I think once you're partnered or reach a certain threshold, you have access to have an online chat person speak with you when things like this do happen, which is pretty useful. So to do that, you'd have to just hover over this button on the top right hand corner. I'm going to blur out some of the stuff because I definitely do not want to get in trouble again. So basically he took a look and he just kind of verified that it was being taken down because of a community guide violation, and then he let me know the kind of thing that I was in trouble for. So I just went on to tell him that I provide music resources for music producers. Sometimes it's free stuff, sometimes it's paid stuff, but everything is legit and I'm bored. I link all of the links to the companies that provide these products, and then he said he'll send all the information off to an internal team for an investigation. So I've got the first appeal and now I've got a second appeal on the go with the actual internal investigation team. So things were looking up. In my mind, I'm thinking if someone human just watches this video, they'll see straight away that there's nothing wrong with it and we'll just all get on with our lives. So a few hours later, I got back the results for my appeal, the initial appeal that came up on the screen. Hi Dixon Beats, we've reviewed your appeal for the following. My video, we've reviewed your content carefully and we have confirmed that it does violate our harmful and dangerous policy. We know that this is probably disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. So you can imagine how I feel at this point. I'm completely in the right. They have done a careful investigation and they still have found me guilty of something that I haven't done. And I felt like I'd really exhausted all of my avenues here. Like, what do you do past them doing a careful investigation? But then I remember there was also an internal investigation as well with the guy that we spoke to on the chat. So I'm thinking, okay, they are going to be super careful because they're an actual human being, a part of the internal investigation team. They do this all the time. They must know what they're doing. So in the meantime, whilst I was waiting for all of this, I was just venting some frustration out on my social media, Instagram stories and Twitter. I spoke with the team at YouTube. I was just telling them my appeal was rejected. I'm being accused of blah, blah, blah. Help. They said, we appreciate the details. We'll take this from here and update you once we get more info. So there's me thinking, okay, I have two more options here. I've got the guy on Twitter and the guy on the chat that are helping me out. 2 hours later, I had an update. After a thorough review, my video will not be reinstated. We totally understand this was not the outcome you expected, but please review our community guidelines to avoid this in the future. So I've had a careful one and I've had a thorough one and they've both found me guilty. And I said, I'll need to know which part specifically is in violation so I can avoid it again going forward. But I still had hope. I had the guy from the chat. So the next day I have another email and I'm like, finally, resolution, I can move on. It's been a massive burden of my head. Is my channel going to be cancelled? Very stressful, kind of put the spanner in the works a little bit with my whole operation. Hi there, I hope all is well. Let me share this information with you as this is the internal team's decision on my appeal on your behalf. Finally, some kind of outcome. Third time lucky. an actual human being from the internal team has looked at it, and here are the results of that. We have reviewed the video you appealed and have determined that it is in violation of our community guidelines. So great. Third time unlucky. I've had a thorough investigation, a careful investigation, and now I have had an internal team's investigation and been declined by all three of them. I recognise this is not the outcome you are hoping for, but we appreciate your patience and understanding. So as soon as I got the email, I wanted to contact them straight away. I didn't want to go back and forth with the emails because I believe me and the guy were in different time zones. He was emailing me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I jumped back on the chat again. This time it was with somebody else. I said, "Hi mate." They said, "Hi, how may I help you today? I had a strike, appeal lost, blah, 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 blah. They accused me of blah, blah, blah." Told them that I had lost my appeal and I need to see the notes of the report to see exactly what my video was in violation of, so I didn't do it again, basically. He said, "I understand that you're having an issue of your video affected by a strike. I know it's important to you, blah, blah, blah. Can you provide the video link in question?" Did that. "Regarding your concern, let me share what I found. Upon checking, it appears that you've already contacted us about this issue." Yes, obviously, this is being worked out and you can continue working with that other guy that I was speaking to before. So I said, fine, whatever, clicked off, and then they banned me from the chat feature altogether. When I hovered over it, chat with creator support is currently unavailable. So they stopped me reaching that part of YouTube as well, which was super frustrating. So then I emailed the original guy again. I said, "I'm in complete disbelief that a real human being, let alone an expert, has reviewed or even watched that video. How is it possible for someone to watch a video on a free VST plugin to deem it as I'm teaching people how to..." Try not to say the keywords too much because I don't want this video to get taken down. Said it's impossible. "There are a couple things I need, please. I need this to be escalated further. I really need to speak or be on a call with anyone in any of the departments. There is a disgusting lack of communication and understanding of the situation here." They respond back, "Thanks for your response. I understand the frustration about this matter and I'm sorry if you feel that way. I'll reach out to the internal team again. No need to respond for now. Should you have a different issue, please do not hesitate to reach out." So that's kind of where I am right now. I am stuck in limbo. Do I carry on making these videos? If I do 2, 3 more of them, my channel will be erased from history, and that's really upsetting for more than one reason, because I have built up a nice community, a nice rapport with you guys, and I love chatting to you in the chat premiere. And there is hundreds, if not thousands, of other channels that do the same type of content that I do. Why have I came across this problem where it seems that a lot of other creators have not? So basically, whilst editing this video, I have checked on my YouTube, clicked refresh, and the warning has gone, the strike has gone, which is great, happy days, but I still haven't had an email from YouTube, no apologies, no sorry for the inconvenience, absolutely no communication with YouTube about it. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm super excited that it has been reinstated, but they could have let me know that they was going to reinstate it, because God knows how long it's been up for. It has the same views as it has when the premiere finished, so it's not a great look for my channel. So I've actually privated the video as it is right now. I believe there's nothing wrong with that video. I know there's nothing wrong with that video. I spent a lot of time making and editing that video, and I want you guys to see it. So on Monday, I'm actually going to re-upload the video, hope that it doesn't get detected again. Also in this video, there's going to be another giveaway in the chat premiere. So I'm going to be giving away that same plugin again in the chat premiere. I'm going to be doing the whole video again basically on Monday. Put it in your calendar if you want to take part, or if you just want to see if the video gets taken down after the premiere as well. That would be interesting. So there's still a huge problem with YouTube, because imagine if this randomly didn't get overturned. I'm guessing there's been hundreds of cases where it hasn't been overturned and the person has been completely in the right. Yeah, I just think it's so sad that YouTube have the power to literally ignore appeals, because not for 1 second do I believe that those 3 or 4 rejected appeals got seen by a real human being. Impossible for anybody to see that video and not think that it was okay. So I think it's really sad, the kind of system that got going on at the moment, because this is my livelihood, this is really important to me, and they kind of take it away like it doesn't mean anything to anyone. Thanks to everybody that reached out as well to try and help me or just wonder what was going on and kind of sympathize with my situation. Really appreciate you all. Love the community we've got going on here. Be safe, be productive, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.